it was time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
Re-earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing.
Relieving the kings of all crowns.
So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right?
Okay, Coach, so the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On second down, Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Go.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
A run with Chubb on 1st down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Set, 180. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming after you.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Everyone got 4. 4 to 8. Exit.
To throw, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check 26. Check 26.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They were trying to go to Brown once again. That'll bring up second down. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A toss play to Chubb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. 49, check 49, check 49. Safe. Check. Lucky. Hey, we're 33. Hey.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
4th down and less than a yard.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First down at the 20-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. We're scoreless after 1. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Seibert's kick is good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad. And
a big loss here as he's taken down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Pistol. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Hey, Charlie.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
All day, dog.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This time, Jackson will throw it. The quick slant caught, and he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
Alert 3. Go. Watch twist. Watch twist. Check 31. Check 31.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. As the first half is winding down, as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run it again with Chubb, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. They run. Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mayfield to throw it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Jackson now, throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Well, everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. Avery Williamson, the Jets' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Ingram again. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show mom that he gets to play in the game.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback, Denzel Ward. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Hey, alert 33. Watch out.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Lamb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Real. Switch. Regular. Smooth.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hey, alert. Hey, Alpha.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. And an alley to run. And all the way to the opposite 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work with his legs.
Field opened up. He took advantage. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add two more onto their lead. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Check. Watch the big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Mike front forward, Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. John Brown, 78 yards. And the Browns get a score closer. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. Now, I've been in this situation before. on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop him? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 36 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Kings! 58, boys, 58, Mike. Hey, defense, left. Pistol.
And again, it's Chubb. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make the play on the football.
Got a man. It's Brown. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Wilson on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took